Hello everyone, welcome back to Mind Matters with Subiksha. So today's video is going to be the most requested and the most important video I feel of my entire YouTube career, and that would be how to heal IBS spiritually and metaphysically. So IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, is something that a lot of youngsters, old people, middle-aged people, so many of them are suffering from IBS. And disclaimer, this video by any chance is not an alternative to the modern medicine and the drugs that people use, the medicines that are being prescribed, but this is a completely different way of dealing with the whole process. Okay, so before we move into the video, first I want to share something very personal. My own grandfather, he suffers from IBS. He's not on YouTube, and I feel he is very open about this, so it's okay to take him as an example. And I want to share, like, in later, after I share about the reason why we get IBS, I will share the culprit, the spiritual reason why he got it. Okay, so the symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome is usually way too much of diarrhea, especially after eating. You can't stop yourself from going to the bathroom, so that makes you very uncomfortable in places if you're outside or if you're traveling. Other than that, there are actually three types of IBS. IBS D, which is diarrhea; IBS C, which is constipation, which means that you cannot empty your bowels freely; and IBS M is mixed. So sometimes you have diarrhea, sometimes you have constipation. It's a mix of both. And other than that, you get these abdominal pain, cramps, bloating, nausea, all of it that is associated with it. So now comes my grandfather's story. So he had been living a beautiful, he had a beautiful family with his wife and etc. And at the age of 50 plus, his wife got diagnosed with cancer, which is my grandma, my mother's mother. So after that, things turned out very, very bad. And after 14, 15 years of fighting cancer, she died. So after that only, we started realizing that I was very small at that time, but with whatever information my mom has been sharing with me, I can find out that whenever he eats something, he immediately goes to the bathroom, and he cannot eat spicy food, and he eats a lot, which is he's a foodie. So whatever he eats, he immediately goes to the bathroom. So that was what they noticed, and it was not before the death of my grandmother. And here comes the main reason of IBS. IBS comes because you're not able to digest something that happened in your life. It might sound very, very, very superficial, but there is some kind of grief or some kind of unresolved trauma. And especially, studies say that women get IBS more than men get, because women in the society in general, they are being made to say yes to everything, like not to every little thing, and not prioritize yourself first, that kind of a situation. So some kind of unresolved trauma, unresolved past baggage, something that you cannot digest. For example, in my grandfather's case, it was he could not digest his wife passing away. That sense of comfort that he got from the presence of his wife, that partnership, that companionship vanished, and it became into this disease. So definitely it is unresolved trauma, unresolved issues in the mind. So I want people, I've written some notes. Okay, so if I look down, then it is obviously at the notes. So there are three questions that you need to ask yourself when you're with IBS. Number one, are the symptoms better when I am alone, like when nobody is watching? If I eat, do I go to the bathroom, or am I like in the manageable state? Number two, do I eat in a calm and safe environment? So some people like eat like so fast, like tuck 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 tuck, they'll eat and then they'll drink water and then they'll go. That is not the way you eat. So do you feel calm and while you're eating? And the third question is, do I trust that I am always safe, or do I get the feeling that I'm unsafe? If you go and see my last video about anxiety, I would have said that a feeling of unsafeness leads to extreme anxiety. So these three questions, if you answer yourself, you will be able to get a picture of why this is really happening. And more than like, people who have had childhood trauma especially have high chances of experiencing IBS or any gut issues in general. So there are some kind of internal conflicts, something as small as you wanted to do engineering, but your parents put you into medicine. Such internal conflicts also could lead to your gut getting this problem. So, uh, the next important thing that I've realized is it is an indicator. Getting gut issues is an indicator to look into yourself. Like, look into yourself. Is there something that I'm not dealing with properly? Am I not expressing properly? Or am I like bottling up a lot of emotions? It is the best time to ask yourself this question, that am I doing something wrong? And also, the not forgiving somebody for a very long period of time leads to IBS. Like, not forgiving somebody, holding on to grudge, holding on to resentment, and holding on, this kind of emotion leads to IBS C, which is constipation IBS. So, because holding up on to things too much, you're not letting it go, so it is affecting your gut. So now, for the last 5 minutes, I've talked about the disease, I've talked about what happens. Now we are going into the most important part, which is recovery. So the most important part here is, I want you to energize the food that you eat. So see, if you're from a very scientific background, please skip this video. You will not understand this video. If you are from a spiritual background, you'll understand that everything is spiritual. The water you drink, the food you eat, every damn thing is spiritual, and the power of your hands in Reiki will show that to you. So whenever you sit to eat, I want you to take your hands and energize the food. Do a little prayer. That is why we used to pray before we ate. So, like, energize the food, that it is nourishing. I'm able to digest the food well, and then you eat it. This is number one. And number two is, energize the water that you drink. So say a prayer, for example a Gayatri mantra or any mantra, into the water and drink the water. And the next thing is, most important thing, find out the unresolved trauma. What is it that is the unresolved trauma that you're going through? Is it the loss of some person, in for example in my grandfather's case, or is it a loss in the business, or is it losing somebody? Because grief usually manifests as gut issues. And find it about it and journal it. Likho, write pages and pages of it. Only then you will be able to find a place to express yourself. And the next important thing is the solar plexus chakra. This chakra that is here is responsible for the things related to expression, self expression, gut, and everything. So there is a solar plexus meditation that is available on YouTube for free, and the solar plexus healing music. So if you listen to it and do the meditation, you will be able to find so much relief out of this. And also, using crystals, solar plexus healing crystals, there are three. One is citrine. Citrine will look very much like sun colored crystal. Pyrite will look like dark black rock. And the third one is tiger eye. Tiger eye will look very similar to the tiger eye, obviously name is like that because of that. So using these crystals, wearing them on your hand, energizing them on full moon days, and then wearing it, going to places that are of high energy, and meditating, calming yourself down, and not including junk in your food is like one of the most important things, because office goers get IBS the most. And if you see, they will mostly be eating office lunch or office food and etc. With whatever you earn, hire a cook if you don't know how to cook, and make home food, and food that is non-inflammatory, food that is very very easy to digest, and foods that are not very difficult to digest. Like, if you go into Ayurveda, you'll see there are some foods which the modern medicine like pushes, but it is not advised in Ayurveda because it does not digest easily in the body. So this video is a dedication to every single person who struggles from gut issues, especially IBS, because I've seen my grandfather, like, be very embarrassed. He has to go to the bathroom regularly. Like, it's such a very difficult process. I get it. So this video, I really hope it helps you all. And I also give one-to-one counseling regarding anxiety, depression, life decisions. If you need to talk about something, I'm there. Sessions are paid. There is a WhatsApp number given in the description box. Please contact me through that. And this video has been very personal to me. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If I have left anything, or if as a viewer you have some tips, please comment down below what you really feel, and I will be very happy to read them. Lots and lots of love, Sviksha.